Hey Brigandine fans, this is Double 77 Trigger here, and what you are watching is a good video of a strategy gone awry. This one is a particularly very hard battle. Vinard is attacking, and this is about my defense on Humber using Drist on the hard difficulty. So here comes Vinard. As we speak, he has Sissy Face on his team, or Isfis is properly known, and he has quite a decent army compared to mine. I do have 3 wizards. I have pretty much just tried to do a dragon defense. Usually does work very well, and especially against Vinard being blue, it's going to work particularly very well against him. So I'm going to show you a little bit of probably what I should have done, and what I shouldn't. Well, yeah, what I shouldn't have done and what I should have done. Quite possibly, probably should have sent the giant out, maybe to the bottom, possibly to defend against the possible Hydra that's on its way across the waterway, that's coming this way. But then again, it was kind of hard to think about at the time. I was just thinking, oh, okay, I'm just going to line up here, maybe put him in the front lines, hopefully level him up, maybe possibly get a Thor out of this, because I've been trying out the Thors and Lokis and their difference lately, and I find that I like Thor a whole lot better. He levels up his MP enough that once you start stomping the ground, probably one of the best things you can try to do with a Thor, if I could get it on film here at some point, and you'll see that if you can throw power on Thor and have him do his ground stomp, you better make sure none of your monsters are in the way, because it'll do almost as much damage as Meteor Doom, possibly more. It could get up to about 400 hit points of damage on Centaurs, Jin dudes, and the like. It will kill any weak creature. Low-level flying creatures like Jin dudes will get hit. It's just massively devastating. Probably one of the best creatures in the game thus far. I mean, especially if you're playing as Drist, who has the spell power. But otherwise, I would suggest, you know, just having a sorcerer do the job. I know they don't look. I mean, they look like they have a good army, decent army, but coming up against what I have, you know, maybe not, you know, so much. So, but they do have the White Dragon, they do have the Ifriti, they do have Vinard that can get close. He can start doing his own Geno Wave. They do have some Centaurs. The Rock is a problem. They do have, what, a Demon, Isifis, who can, or Isfis, however you say his name, he can get in there, he can possibly paralyze. They have a good assortment of things, and if they get close, especially since my my mage crew and my druid aren't particularly that strong, they can do a lot of damage. I probably should have placed Ulster, which I've changed into a mage for this one. I probably should have changed him, I should have put him on the castle, because he has low hit points. But actually, thinking about that again, on note, Chantail is there too, and he's got the weakest hit points. So he probably should have went on the castle, you know, for possible placement. And I probably should have put the dragon there where the giant was, so I could get some more acid breath in different particular ways. Here I wasn't going to shoot them until they got really close, because, you know, trying to shoot them when they're, you know, I'm just hitting 1 or 2 guys when I can hit 3 all the time, or definitely, you know, just wait and see, well, maybe Vinard might come out there, and, you know, if he comes out there and I've wasted my acid breath and they've healed him up in the meantime, you know, that's just no good. Here also, just trying to wonder about this Centaur. I mean, he doesn't really have anywhere to go, so I'll just leave him there in case they, you know, come to the south or the north, and he can move there easily. I guess it doesn't really matter though, because Centaurs can move pretty far anyway. So here comes Charlene, I believe, or else it's Vaticia. I didn't really look that quickly. But yeah, here Possibly should have done the acid breath, but then again, he's my corner dragon, so it's kind of hard to say. I guess maybe I should have just weakened him a little bit so when he got close by it would have been easier to kill him off. I was just like, well, I'm just going to wait until they crash into my wall, but looking at it again, I probably should have hit him at least once, because trying to hit those Ifritis without some type of, with just a basic attack, they can evade because of their agility. If their agility is high enough, they can evade. And typically what I found out with agility points, and typically it's very true, the more agility points you gain, the better your defense is, and plus also your evasion goes up too. And typically, what's very true about this game is that if you compare each monster's agility points to each other, if the monster you're attacking has, I don't know, it's a, well, basically if it has 3 agility points higher than you, it will typically hit you, and you have a possibility of missing it, and the same vice versa. Or, so, yeah, with the agility points, it basically goes that way. So I have the dragons don't have that good of agility in comparison to the Ifriti, if that's how you say it. It doesn't quite compare, so they can miss a lot, so I need acid breath to kill them off, or magic. Centaur can possibly hit them. Yeah, they have better agility and the like, so yeah, I probably should have just, acid breath that Ifriti so he wouldn't have caused me so much trouble, because they can hit 3 spaces away, and if he just gets me at the right angle, he could possibly get almost all my wizards. Let's see, like here now he comes and he does his firestorm to really get me good here. And yeah, he hits my wizard ulster, or my mage ulster. It's okay because he was a priest before, or bishop actually, and so he's got a lot of hit points. But him being a mage now, it threw him down to what, 99 or 97 defense. So he's gonna get hurt pretty good still. But he has a lot of hit points, so that kind of makes up for it. But Chantail up there, he's got really, really low hit points, and I don't really want him getting hit too much. So here right now, I'm just basically the enemies just crashing into my wall of dragons, and that's a good thing, because I want them to get here, and Vinard's here too, which is just awesome. He's right out in the front. But that also means they've got good offense for the next turn. So if I let them go, if I don't kill Vinard off right away, they're going to have some words to say, about how good their army is, and they're going to try to trash it very well and effectively. So I'm trying to think, oh man, who the hell do I kill first? Do I go for this Ifriti? Do I go for the White Dragon? I'm thinking the Ifriti's probably a pretty good threat, but the White Dragon I can get more hits on. Most likely I won't miss him, compared to the Ifriti, because his agility isn't quite as high. So I'm thinking, oh man, my gut feeling is telling me just to kill off Vinard and nothing else, because I have enough fire spells to put him in the grave right here. But I get a little greedy, and I want to see if I can get this White Dragon gone. They do have a demon behind who can do Curse or Venom. Vinard's still there, he can do Frost. They have alternate ways, and the Ifriti could still possibly hit my my magicians here. So it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm playing for Drist. I'm going to flip that coin. I'm going to go with the the offense. I'm just going to get greedy and try to kill that White Dragon at least. But it is a little risky because of the fact that if I don't kill off Vinard with this set, with this set of attacks here, it's just going to be very, very hard for me to continue, because if they kill off one or two of my wizards, I only have one left. You know, they could possibly heal Vinard, and I might not have the ability to assault him enough to destroy him, and then I'd probably have to leave. So, you know, this is what I'm thinking about while I'm playing this. Yeah, for here I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to do? Okay, I want to kill off this White Dragon. Okay, Thunder or Divine Ray? What's going to hurt him more? He's red and white. So, yeah, because he's still just a mage. He doesn't have Frost yet, so it's I don't know. I just thought, well, you know, if I want to hit Vinard too, I might as well just wave attack and just keep trying to wave attack everything. Possibly, you know, I could get them all down, see who's close to what, and then go from there. You know, he's not going to get hurt that much from, you know, from the flames anyways. I mean, the Afridi's red, the White Dragon is red, and Vinard's blue. So, it's either mostly I go for one guy or I go for another, because I'm not going to do that well against all three of them, because one of them, you know, they can, you know, they're pretty much blocking from one type of color anyway. So yeah, here I'm trying to decide who should I heal. I think the giant may miss, or even if he hits, he's going to get hurt pretty bad again. And I'd rather have my dragons alive, because if this continues, I'd rather be able to do Acid Breath a little bit more. And the giants, I do want to try to get a Thorn here. I mean, once you can get one of those, it's amazing. The amount of damage they can do is just amazing. But because this is a defensive place, and I don't have the you know, luxury of moving around too much because of my wizards, I kind of need to just have him swing his fist around and you know, do as much as he can. But yeah, so I was thinking, well, if he dies and I get a hit on the dragon, then I can throw another dragon in its place and get another hit on the White Dragon or Vinard. To just kind of depend upon, you know, the time. But I was left with three types of things I could do. Probably should have just went for Vinard, you know, seeing as the demon is pretty close. You know, they got a Hydra on the way too. They have the you know, Griffin that can come around the back, start attacking me. They got another Jinn dude, or another Jinn, you know. So I'm just checking out the agility points. Okay, 50, 79, and he's got, I didn't look at that real quick, but okay, he's got 44. Well, that's close. So that's probably a little bit, probably more comparable. Giants do, yeah, they do that a lot, which is, that sucks. So yeah, he got killed off. I just, you know, figured, well, I'll have him attack the dragon. He could have attacked Vinard, but I could have had the same result. He could have missed. I mean, he could have attacked Vinard and hit and done a pretty good hit. I have no idea. I mean, but I just compared the agility points, and usually the closer ones are going to hit more than the weaker ones, but it could have just been his turn to miss no matter who he hit. So yeah, that was a really rough choice. Maybe I should have went for Vinard because of you know, how this turned out later. I do get him low enough that curse really does something. Possibly could have just, you know, thought about, okay, I can just curse him and then just send someone else out there and do something else. Maybe throw a dragon in there, get that kill, and that would be fine. So yeah, I probably should have just taken the giant and had him punch Vinard at least once, because usually giants actually are very good against human-like creatures, basically the knights and dragons and you know, that sort of thing. But it seems like when they go up against flying creatures, they just can't hit it. Most flying creatures, like the wyverns, have decent agility. Even like the Jinns, they have decent agility if you get them up a little bit. They do hit rocks okay, but yeah, they're just kind of at a disadvantage because the giants, they can't do anything. more than just a punch and get counterattacked. They have weak defense. They don't have good agility. The only time they start to shine is when you actually crank them up and turn them into Thor, or you turn them into Loki, and then you get that extra special. But with Thor, you can almost pretty much do his floor attack instantaneously. He pretty much has enough magic points to start doing it. You just need to know a good strategy to do it. And the best strategy for that is to have an angel with him, and if you can get the Valiant Wings for your leader, and then just have all the rest of that team, out of your 3 teams that you would send into battle, just that one side, to have them all flying, high flying type, so that he doesn't hit any of his own guys, because you're going to be taking about 200 points of damage to your own teammates if you have him hit their own team. He'll do about 200 to 220 against a bronze golem with the stomp, and they have decent defense, but and with his skill you can power it up. So yes, they're very good. I would like to level one up, but I think I'll just try to work on a different assault team, maybe not a defensive team, because with the defensive team I think I'd prefer dragons or maybe even a clay golem, because even though the clay golems are kind of in the category of giants, they cost less and they're pretty much immune to everything, even the vampire. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, just the wave attack didn't kill him, got him down to 3. Now I gotta go in and have someone strike him before he gets healed up. It would have possibly gone better if I would have gotten that kill. Possibly also if the giant would have hit, it would have saved me. I could have used the Divine Ray on Vinard, and that would have saved me a lot more. I possibly could have gotten this kill off. I could have gotten things to work out, but because the giant missed, or because I didn't have the giant hit Vinard, I mean, you could go either way with either, debate. But I get the kill on the white dragon. I wanted to kill this thing off because I'm trying to hold Humber right now, and I've got Vinard's best crew coming at me, and I have to hold this off for a while. At least until I get Drist up there, if that's the way I take Drist. But they have a really, really good army, and I've just pretty much got mostly, I think, just level 1 dragons. Just kind of slapped them all together, threw them out there, and hope that I can defend it, because usually a wizard crew will do very well, and it does take some time to get them, very good and leveled up. But until you can do that, they kind of, it's almost best. I mean, I've done this before, and usually it's almost best to just leave the team out at a critical place where they'll get attacked a lot, and in getting attacked a lot you'll level up, because they'll have to come to you, and you've got a castle advantage. You can keep your weakest guy on the castle, or the one you don't want to lose directly on the castle, and they have to come to you, and you can just wave attack them or Geno attack them like crazy, and it all works out. But yeah, because I didn't kill Vinard this turn, now I'm going to get beat really hard, and it's going to show. Yeah, so, some of that was a little bit of a gamble, it was a little bit of a stretch, because trying to take down a really high-level dragon and Vinard in the same turn, and hoping maybe possibly you could kill off in a free D2 is quite possibly reaching for the stars. Especially if you have a giant that misses, and you have very low-level mages. I mean, if these if they were sorcerers, or if they were warlocks, or not warlocks, wizards, and a lot higher levels, this possibly would have ended a little differently. I possibly could have gotten these few kills a little faster. But yeah. So here also I was trying to think, well, if I don't get the Vinard kill, I want to get something else low enough besides Vinard, so that they attack that thing first. Or, they heal that thing first, because then I can actually just, keep bombarding him the second turn. And I'm just hoping, I hope I can survive this long. I mean, I think it was it Chantal on the top? Oh yeah, he had no cover because I had to pull the angel down. Something else could have came around, and I just totally forgot. Oh, they have Venom. That's gonna do him in. And yeah, that took him out. So he's gone. He's dead. So I think for the rest of this, I played a few other battles, and I'm probably just going to replace him with a different wizard from, I can't remember where I got this other wizard from. I'm trying to think right now, but it'll come to me later, or you'll just see it later in another defensive video, because they'll probably attack me again here. And yeah, so I'm barely alive here. I barely have a few guys left, and as soon as I killed him off, I'm thinking, before they killed him off, you know what, they're going to try to do this, so they screw me over and get my angel. They're going to try to get my angel, and I do not want them to have a level 7 angel. I need to keep that guy, especially for a defensive team. It's once you get the Holy Word and you get the other Geno attacks to all coincide at the same time, it's pretty much lights out for almost any army. So I needed to keep that angel, and so pretty much here I'm just fighting to hold on to that angel. I mean, yeah, I can lose a leader, but they regrow. If you lose a monster, they don't really regrow back unless you build up another one. You know, and I know that I lost the giant and all, but I figured, well, you know, there are some times you just got to make a few sacrifices, and well, he had to be the one. He didn't have what the army needed to pretty much handle this. So he didn't have, you know, what it took to keep things going the way I needed them to go. He didn't have the acid breath. He didn't have the ability to hit something effectively. And I know some people just hate giants and they just get rid of them right away, but once I start the game especially, I keep the giants and the clay golems that I have, and I use them because it's cheaper than trying to have to burn a few months just to buy, you know, a few more guys like that, because also while I'm trying to regrow my army, the enemy is as well. So I just keep that in mind, and you know, just do that. So here, finally, just, you know, barely Ulster managed to survive this. I throw a lightning spell on, and I'm like, holy crap, this did not turn out the way I wanted it to. That giant, yeah, I know, he missed, but and probably poor placement too. I probably should have dragon there instead. You know, possibly, you know, the dragon just below Camden, and that would have worked out probably better. But yeah, I got to kill him off. I got to keep my angel. I reassorted the team a little bit. I pushed the scorpion off my team, and yeah, so I got to keep the angel. But if you enjoyed this is a double 77 trigger, and thanks for watching.